Hello everyone and welcome back to Terrace House. So, last time we got to chapter 6. We're at the end of the game almost, and we learned that we have a chance to take down Monokuma in one final fair trial. So as such, let's talk to Kyoko, who has probably some information. Well, first we want to talk to her though, because hey, she kind of saved our butts. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. The real final battle. Looks like I gotta grind! Whoa, gamer joke! Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. Does that mean she didn't know if it would? I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they? They had no choice but to accept. Huh? It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down. Like I said, what moment is that? So, when was it that the mastermind let their guard down? I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said that they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast their school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that. And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? I don't know, in terms of all sorts of dystopian fiction and stuff, that seems kind of not only possible, but almost tropey, you know? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable. Indeed. You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off. However, and yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it. In other words. But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason? They had to show the world something no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world. The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody. In other words. So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why? Correct. To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point? God, Makoto, you are just Solid Snake in these cutscenes. I really don't like parrot dialogue. I feel like it's very, I don't know, unnatural, like, because, you know, if Makoto was just saying, huh, you know, like, that's more realistic than repeat the exact same words. People don't do that. At least maybe that's a Japanese thing and I don't know, because I haven't studied the culture so much, and it might reflect in the writing, but, like, I don't know, I don't like parrot dialogue. Hey. The outside world has a name for all the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right? That's right. And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's redonkulous. It's true. You're right, it is redonkulous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. Wait, okay, so is the ultimate despair like a group? I don't know. Like, at this point, I have no idea what's happening. You know, like I mean, I get, like, the basic gist of what's happening right now. But, like, I'm really interested to see where this is going. So interested. For, like, the record, like, part 30 went up today, and this is part 44. So, like, I am trucking through because I'm genuinely interested in where this is going. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer? Suffer like G did? Now that's that's a spicy old gamer joke. I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What? In other words, because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. That mastermind has had to be more particular than... Wait, the mastermind has had to be more particular than... What? The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about the... Okay, no, that does make sense. That sentence is weird, though. The mastermind has had to... I can't read this, whatever, I'm skipping this. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least.
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. Okay, so this whole thing is to send the world a message. Got it. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Oh dang! Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when the fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got the chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. It's almost like you were sisters or something. I don't know. That's a guess. Don't take that. Don't take that. Don't take that. I don't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
I didn't have the slightest clue. I'm guessing. That's a guess. In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown any uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic. Oh, I hate myself. Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
Correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Okay, yeah, sure, let's go. I'm sure they'll accept me walking around just fine. Should we go to the store? Can we right now? Will it let us? I might as well get those presents while I'm here. Because there are achievables for certain numbers of presents, so give it a shot. Let's try and get some more rare ones. So I'll bring it down again to... Do I only have 83? I feel like I should have more. Let's bring down to at least... Okay, no. 5. There we go. I should get a new one this time. Come on. Yeah, we got a bottle cap, it looks like. Oh, there we go. Nice. We did get the one for getting the right number. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, 20. All right. It's... flowers, I think. All right. Let's go. 5. Come on. Oh, good. A brown thing. And 5 more. And we get a flashlight? Cool. Oh, bonus? No. That's a hey, if you keep going, you get a bonus, but not an actual bonus. So what we got was, let's see here. I mean, we have a, do we have this one before the Zol's Diamond? Don't remember getting that one. Yeah, we have a surprising amount, so that's good. So let's see. Let's look for. Okay, so we got the Cherry Blossom Bouquet, a collection of branches from a sakura tree. In the language of flowers, cherry blossoms represent a woman of superior beauty. Very interesting. I did not know that. Then we got the Prince Shotoko's globe, a spherical representation of the Earth about the size of a softball. Some believe it to be an oop heart since it depicts a round Earth despite being many centuries old. That's very interesting, actually. And then the last one was the thing. It's the ooblat, a thin edible film made from starch. It's commonly used as a candy wrapper, but also helps cover up the taste of bitter medicine. I've never heard of an ooblat before. Is that a thing people just know about? Oh, and then the small light. Common wisdom might make you think that shining this light on you will turn you small. Nope. It's just the light itself the size of a matchbox. Okay. That's pretty funny. That's some good wordplay. Alright, let's head on back to the dorm, which is this way. Yeah. I am legitimately surprised there wasn't, at least so far, some stealth section in this. I bet you they're probably in the kitchen. Going for a late night snackaroo. Am I right? No. And suddenly we were greeted with... Skirg Yagafu, Anjian Kraka Fizzle Roof. You again. Hazard that erg spell error 103.2115. What? Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Eggs to the power of 3 for some equals Sen Act 61. Okay. Jeez. What the heck? I wonder what that was all about. Couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah! Mina!
Makoto?
Look, even Byakuya is like, not bad.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there. All my friends who struggled together and survived. My nakama, a word that has no direct translation into English because the idea of crewmates doesn't exist. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up and cry like a little piss baby.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's like, I was so busy crying that I just shit myself. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. That's actually kind of funny. It's like I was so sad and it's fine.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial. What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course, it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Contrived. How often do you get to say the word contrived on a normal basis? Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it. There it is. Now I don't have to feel bad. Every time I write something and like did what he had to blank, like I always feel bad. There it is. The 2-2. I'm good. My writing is safe.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spawned the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just told you, you know. Or I just, you know. Jeez, I have to stop. I need to stop jumping ahead with the writing. I'm getting too into it, and that's the problem. But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school's regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. The mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcasts to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
How very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. What you said is now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here! For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking all around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
We've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone?
I hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree us to those terms without talking to the rest of us? Oh, there's that. What a good. Again, every time I see it, it's so good. The expressiveness. I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master, except maybe not, because I think he kills you. In the we all live here forever ending that we saw, I think he kills you. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries. I don't know what they mean by the school's mysteries. I don't know what they mean. Because, like, are they just talking, like, what? Like, only the murder room is the one I can think of? Like, the one with all the blood on the walls? But, like, I don't know. It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe. But this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Wait, what? You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought, too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's oh yeah, right, this is where I told you already. The killing game began with 16 participants, and the only one to take a single step is the 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh, but why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to have then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who began taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro, and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us? You can't be serious. Wait! We can't say for sure that's true. Monokuma might have said that just to confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way we could have all had those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Wait, is it going to be its time for class trial?
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Okay. I mean, it's good that I'm at the true ending, because, there's an ending to get to.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Interesting. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for... whatever. She had the key to get into all the rooms anyways, so it wouldn't even matter, because she would have been able to get into all them. The time for talk is done. Now we begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
Name of my family.
At this point, I can only rely on myself, on the Togami blood that's flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Possibility? What? Why? Well then, after making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master... Oh, great. He didn't take me with him.
Hey,
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream. Or coffee. To be fair, black coffee is pretty bad. I can't do black coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko? That's right. Which leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
you know?
In that case, I'll go by myself too.
just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Wait, does that mean we get Best Girl as our partner for the final case? Yes! Everyone's really gone off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. No! I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
I mean,
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless! If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto, that's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've been totally useless. No, you haven't! You got so many views on my videos! Thanks to your art.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. That's kind of sad, actually. And once again, it's just us two. Indeed. Oh, that's the wrong voice. You sounded like Byakuya. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko? Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're gonna do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. Then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right! Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check. Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So, we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. Still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. He won't be one of our nakama. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. Yeah! I guess I'll start by taking another look at Murko's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went through the body. Also been struck in the head with an object. Okay, so the fact that that was very clearly a science coat means we need to check the biolab for sure. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikisaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up till now. The headmaster's room, the bio lab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, let's get started. Oh, wow, okay, that's actually kind of nice. I mean, mind you, I had it all sort of, like, I knew where I wanted to go. But, well, first off, since we're right here, start here. The forbidden floor. The second floor. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Whoa, hey! This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or, no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Well, dang. That's not good. A little bit of blood. Exposed to the darkness. Okay, we got bathrooms. Are the bathrooms safe? Are you still stingy? This girl's bathroom. Even a place like this, like, oh my god. Oh my god, are you serious? Can't go into the girl's bathroom. But the good news is the fish are still there. Okay, the bathrooms are the most nothing things in this game. You go into a bathroom once. That is the extent of the bathrooms. Oh, it's a giraffe. What a strange door. What the heck? This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Okay, so we got metal plate. There's metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. Ah, but a coin. Nice. Can use that to buy a treat. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even going to bother trying. I wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. Okay, that's going to be important. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran across the card reader. And then... No luck. Maybe the locker's owner can open it. Only the locker's owner, which means none of us can do it. Unless there's a plot twist and one of us can, in which case that'd be weird. Looks like the locker is already broken. I wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle, nope, locked. Nope. Okay, so, oh my god, there's a lot. This one looks like I can look inside it. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip through until I find one that's can be opened, because it seems like... Nope. There's gotta be something with one of them. Okay, well, this one's open. Nope, because that's the one that beside it. Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, this will probably be important later. I don't think for now, at least. So we got this room back here. And in it is a rather nice office. What? This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere, yeah, for sure. It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko! I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Is it the door that you didn't go through, perhaps? What's the regret? Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Alright, so we got stuff. Wow, the angles on this one are weird. Okay, so first off, the chair. A leather chair. Can't imagine a student use something like this. It must be the headmaster's. Computer. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. It looks on, and we're just not going to look at it? Okay, man, that's fine. Oh, I guess maybe we have to click on it itself. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some information on the ultimate despair? There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know. The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. Okay, so that's a confirmation. The group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair. So what are they, a Republican? Whoa, political humor.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information with the headmaster is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. Whoa, that's creepy. So what about, just see here. So we got those three. Wait. Yeah, we got those three. Anything else? Okay, no, now we just have this left. This obvious door. Huh, there's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space, does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Is it you just push on it? You know how to open it? Do you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up. Okay, no. But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All I know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not literally enough to go on.
True.
I looked through the paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this... Oh, she feels bad. Jeez. There's a hidden room that she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. Of course! But for her, there's more to it than that. It's the dead headmaster in there, chilling out, surrounded by bread. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait! There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think what the... I was actually thinking, like, what if it's gonna be her name, and she wouldn't think of that because, no, father hates me. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as a password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well...
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. I was legitimately thinking, what if it's her name? You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, here goes nothing. Collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in a full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. Beep! Kern! Wow, that's actually kind of tropey. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
why?
Oh, she's not happy. Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared in the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko, no. Oh my god, no, I can't handle this room. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not have been even in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Alright guys, next time, we'll take a look at this room. Because it's like, I feel like there's going to be a lot in here we're going to need to take in. So, thank you all for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Ciao.